seemingly insignificant decision that you made at the time had a drastic effect on your life?
It's a serious thing. It's not a joke, actually. The first thing that comes to my mind.
Go ahead.
It has to do with actually sitting in a chair, like a high chair, like a little kid. And then also being a little kid with my mother when she was very, very sad. And because a central thing in our lives happened, a pilot flew a plane that my father was scheduled to fly. My father got called away at the last minute to fly another plane. The pilot that flew my father's plane died, being ejected through the canopy of the plane that my father had been scheduled to fly. We were very upset. We were just torn apart by that experience of this wonderful man, this father of 4 children dying that way. When we learned about it, we were devastated in our hearts. So my mother and all of our family were subsequently very, very sad. And one day, my mother was in my room with me, sitting on the bed, and she was sad. I was sad. I was crying for some reason. I don't know how I got started crying, but my mother had had enough of it for some reason, and she said, "Shh," very definitively to me in a stern way. She said, she shushed me, and I was just sorrowful with all my heart, sobbing, and I had to swallow it. I didn't say anything, and I shushed. And that was you might say that was a split-second decision that I made for my own survival, because she was adamant. She was quiet but adamant, and it impacted the whole of my life ever afterwards. That's one of the central decisions of my whole life. And that has been a reason why I've been unable to speak in a certain way, because I shushed. When my heart was crying out for expression, it did not. And I have to say that one of the things that saved me, helped me, ground me, was the presence of National Geographic in the closet right there in my room, which I had found when we first moved into that house. It was like a little treasure, a pile of National Geographics that the previous occupant, or the landlord, I don't know, had left in the room. And I had been able to look at this wonder, discover this wonder of earth, of forest, of people living freely in the forest, naked, the pygmies, in this beautiful land. They called the forest their mother. That depth of the gravity of their existence, so pure and clean and whole, the mothers holding their babies to their naked breasts, that helped me get through that hushing and that split-second decision. So I'm here with you all trying to make those split-second decisions spontaneous to the right direction towards peace and love and freedom. So that might be one.